All right, so how we doing today, man? It is a special day, or could be a special day. Poetically, we are $70 on this account. We're 60. These ones are about 70, so I'm gonna try and make $80. But we are a sniff away. Dare I say, we are $1,500 payout in the balance. If we can make $70, we will be able to request. I'm not guaranteed to get the payout, but I'm pretty sure after talking through it with a lot of people, I'm fairly confident I will get approved, as I'm actually not really sure I did break any of the rules. So we were $70 away from a payout on the Alpha Futures account this week, and as you guys know, I took a setup before market open and tried to get long market open. Now we're at 49,000, so we've lost a lot since they have 500 left. We might trade these accounts if it's a really good setup. If not, we're going to be working on just these accounts here. I do really want to just get in on market open to go to this data low. But, that being said, we made that mistake literally the other day, where we tried to get in with the market open. But that would be enough on one micro. So, but we're going to just wait here and see if market open manipulates. Like, it could do whatever. So I'm not going to make the same mistake, right? We got to learn from the mistake. I'm so close to wanting to get in. I mean, I have a bias of, I think that we'll go higher because overnight we've invalidated. We're pushing towards this high, right? I would just expect it to chug along towards these highs, right? That would be my idea. I don't know if we're going to go too much higher than this because I want to show you guys this weekly real quick for the last 2 minutes before market open. I want to show you guys this weekly CE level, right? The weekly wick is lined up perfectly, right? Lines up perfectly with this fair value gap right here. So that's kind of like the highest I'm going to be trying to get long before. After that, I'd be a little bit more short bias for a pullback or just see if it continues ripping through. That being said, dude, I am nervous for today. You got to realize why, trading, and I'm trying to get this all through, and I'll talk about this more if we get a trade right off open, so I'll really lock in. But the last minute here, the difficult part with today and the challenge ahead for me is if I lose, it's not the end of the world. I don't have to crash out, but I know myself, and I know that if I take a loss, maybe I'm fine. If I take a second loss, everything's going to break loose. I know that about myself. Because imagine, right, and I don't know if it's going to get denied or approved, so that's kind of keep my head on my shoulders a little bit. It's not like a guaranteed. Like, if this was Top Step, and if I made $70, I got to pay out, I'd be guaranteed. I would be a lot more just ready to go. So that's kind of keep me a little bit grounded. But imagine, right, the situation, right? And anyone that's profitable been through this situation. But I have a very real chance. If it gets approved, I have a very real chance, and I could just short market open here. And I'm not going to do it, but let's see if it would have worked. I would just need 20 points. But, right, market open here. Let's just say, I don't want to short because we have the SMT that lows. But let's just say, I have a very realistic chance. $70, I can make $70. I can make $70. I'm confident that I can. That's just one mid trade. That's 20 points on the NASDAQ with 2 micros. That's more than doable. So it's very hard to be a very doable chance. This is like going to the casino and they say, hey, you can, we're going to give you this chance, right? You can put down you got to you risk $70 or not really, but whatever. If they told me right now, if they gave me this opportunity, an 80% chance that I'm going to be able to make $70, right? If we would have just long market open, we would have got our payout. That's how crazy this is. That's $1,500. That's not a small amount of money. So it's hard for me to manage the it's just trade your setup, just follow your rules. But no, I can genuinely make $1,500. That's the most money I'll ever make trading. That's a sizable chunk to my monthly income right there. That would pay off a lot. I literally just got blood work done today, which has been a cool day because I got to get up, got blood work done at 6:30, 7 a.m. Got in and out there, and I was like, I'm going to go for a run. I had too much time before the charge. I had to just go for a run. So I went for a little 3-mile, hit a 750 pace on there. And right now I'm tempted to go long. towards these highs, but I don't want to get baited. I think I'm going to take a long stab here.
Order filled.
We just need 20 points. So 67 or 97 plus 20. We need 117. So we need 17. So we just need to get up there. That should be lining up with our sell side or our buy side liquidity. That should be good. If we get a push above here, I'll then go break even. Not the start you want to see on this candle. I wanted to get in a little bit lower, but it just was filling so quick higher, so I should have waited. But we got stopped there.
Stop filled.
So now this is the tricky part, right? This is the tricky part. I really was confident we were going to go higher there, but now I have to make a lot more. Oh, that was a 30-second chart. Okay, that doesn't matter. It doesn't change much. But again, this is the tricky part. Now we've got to manage the fact that we just lost literally more than what we needed. And not let it run us, you know? We will see. If we get legs up, we'll look to play a follow through higher. But this is the tricky part, because now it's like, you know, I really like that push to go higher. I probably could have had a better stop, but who knows? But I really got a bad fill. I needed to get in around this candle, and I would have had it. So that's just the frustration, you know. It's kind of like we could have had it if we just got in on a different candle. Now I got to be careful of if we want to go higher or lower now. I was really confident we were going to run these highs here quick. I don't mind that attempt, but I should have got in before these highs so I could have gone break even. Breaking lower on ES gives me the confidence that or the idea that we might want to start breaking lower on NQ first. We have this data low, which isn't a bad target. Just gotta wait. We need to make 80 plus 90. We need 170 divided by $8 a point. We need 21 points still. So early into market open. I wish I gave myself a better attempt than that trade. But this is just the story. Like, again, like it's hard to know that if it would have just gone 20 points up, I would have made $1,500. It's hard to manage that realization, right? And really, it's also hard because I have it in my head that I'm going to get it today. I don't need it today. So, you know, like this is a tricky spot to be in. It shouldn't be. I'm just not the best with the psychology side, which you guys obviously know. I really think we go lower from here, but I don't want to get in too early and just rip up on me, because taking a second loss here could be very detrimental to our chances. If we get a 2-minute inversion here, I'll go for a short. $100-point gap up. We're so close to yesterday's high though, which just makes me not really sure. Yeah, the first trade was just, hey, if we go to the draw in liquidity, which was this high, we have a very strong chance of getting our pay, which is just not really, it was not how you trade. So we go from here. See how we get this close here on this 2 minute. ES is really close to a low. We're getting legs up. Strong legs up. Let's see, where's my high at? 15. 15. Just like the draw on liquidity above. So we're getting rejection off that low. Obviously not going anywhere yet. But that's pretty bullish. But again, ES has this low right here, equal lows, and that low a little bit lower. So I'm just gonna kind of double check all the time frames. That's inside a 15 minute, wouldn't be bad to sweep. The 30 minutes. If we get a nice strong close here, might re-enter. So I might re-enter there if we get a strong close above. But right now we're just chopping. I can just be patient and wait for a valid setup, right? All right, really strong push above here would look pretty good. Go break even at the high. But if we get a break to the downside, that looks good as well. So it just really depends. But I don't want to force it. I don't want to rush it. It's just, I just got to do what I got to do. I got to take what that market gives me. I really wish I wasn't down the 90 bucks because that makes the task a little bit harder. But we just got to be smart. We just got to be smart. Really unfortunate to put myself in that position from the jump. Because it's annoying because today seems like it's going to be one of those days that's really slow starter. So it really looks like it wants to just break lower here. Kind of want to get in short here. Stop at this high. But it's just, there's no real confirmation. I need this for value gap to break. I just think that ES has a little bit of strength to get lower and NQ to take out these lows. So I might go for it here.
Order filled.
I need 20 points. 56 minus 20, so I need about 36. 35, buy stop. So I just need to get down there. If we run this low, I'll go break even. So I'll go break even there, secure a little bit of profit. 51. Looks like it's going to stop us. Come on, any follow through and we got it.
Stop filled.
All right, we didn't get the follow through, which is annoying, and I still think it goes lower. Now we just need a little bit, 70. I still think we go to that data low, but I just can't justify taking this now because we swept the lows. That's really annoying. 53 plus 80. We need 130 divided by 8 other points, 16 points. Divided by 6, 22 points. Need 16 points. If we can get a leg lower on this one, I'll then try and re-enter. But if we get pushes up, that's frustrating because I could have closed the trade and been closer, but it is what it is. If we get legs up here, we could go higher towards drawing liquidity. Like again, we just swept out. The reason why I don't want to be too focused on longs is we just swept all these lows on ES. Or on shorts, I mean. We might go for an attempt here and then go break even at these highs if we get a nice strong push, which we have. Kind of want to break structure. All right, I think I'm going to go for it here.
Order filled.
And we just need 16 points, so 78, 17. We're going to lose, so we need 95. We're going to lose on this, and then we're going to be down bad. We just need to push up. I'll probably go break even on these highs. Need strong follow through. Okay, I'm going break even there. If we get a strong push, I want to see it continue. Okay, it's continuing enough. Needs just a little more.
Stop filled.
Couldn't quite get it. Could not quite get it. This is annoying. I need to just leave the trade to play out because it's going to go and we could have had it if we didn't. This is so annoying. $30 or 40 plus 70 equals divided by 8. 13 points. One more green candle and we'll go for it. I mean, that looks really good. I can die on this hill.
Order filled.
And then we need 92. 105. We just need to hit this internal high. And
Order filled.
And there it is. We got our $1,500 payout. It wasn't beautiful. It was not beautiful. But we will absolutely take it. Obviously, not the best trading. But, like, dude, genuinely. Dude. Like, I'm new to all this. I'm new to this ability to make $1,500. And, again, hopefully we get approved. But I'm new to that. I've never been in a situation where I could hit. And, like, again, if this gets approved, I made $1,500 today. Like, that's a different level for me. So I'll sit on here and do the live until, well, my draw on liquidity really was just taken there. So what was the trade for the day? The real trade for the day was this. This candle closure. This should have been, this would have been my best entry if I just didn't go break even. And then we target 40 points, and that's a fantastic day right there. So, what I'll do is I'll update, I'll actually just pause the recording and see if I get anything. I don't know. And then I'll just kind of recap this if I don't get anything or if we do. So we'll see. I didn't get this, but this would be been a pretty good trade. I kind of just been a little bit sidetracked, but this would have been a fantastic trade right here. Just immediately flip off the highs. Obviously, SMT at these highs. Would have been a really nice trade. I mean, still going to probably go to the data low. I don't want to get involved though now because we're just like really choppy. But yeah, just a really nice flip off the highs. It's a little bit aggressive because it's a 30-second, but I mean, this is just like nice. right off this high where you'd expect probably price to dump, and we're just kind of delivering lower. So I don't really know if I'm going to take a trade. If I'm being like, I don't know. I kind of am just happy with the day. So what I'll do is, like, obviously my Twitter, I'll post if I take any trades on these accounts. But I don't feel like sitting here recording. I want to just listen to some music and just chill. I low-key probably just paper trade the rest of the day. If I take a trade, I'll obviously update Twitter. But let's just kind of recap why we're watching the charts here to see if we do get a trade. Just kind of recap everything that was going on with these accounts. I do think I'll get approved after talking to some friends and some people that have traded Apex. And I've also heard that if I don't get approved, I just have to trade another 8 days. So if that's true, that's light, which is cool. So my accounts aren't cooked regardless. So I'm excited, dude. I'm happy about it. And regardless, even if they get denied, which hopefully they don't, we still did it. Like, I mean, we didn't do it the best way possible, but it proves that I can get to that balance, right? Whatever mental psychology barrier that says I'm not good enough for trading. I proved that I can. Yes, we went on tilt some days, but I also went on tilt that affected me bad. Like, I was at $900 on the accounts positive, and I brought it down all the way back to 200 positive. So I really, like, went through the ringer with these accounts and really had to dig my way out of the ground. And we had days where we stepped away down $300 on these accounts. Like, we didn't just, we overtraded on those days too, and it just hurt us. So I got to do better. I've obviously been talking about doing better, but if this does get approved, which, again, fingers crossed, hopefully it does. I think it will. I'm going to just think good, positive thoughts. If and when it does get approved, that takes a big weight off my shoulder because it shows, hey, I didn't even trade well, and I got a big, like, for me, big payout, not for anybody else. And I know I can do better. And a lot of the thing is like I've been struggling with revenge trading, gambling tendencies, stuff like that. But the root of the problem of my trading recently hasn't been gambling, hasn't been revenge trading, hasn't been all these different things that I blame it on, which, yes, I don't need a revenge trade. I don't need to gamble. But the root of these problems comes from me not doing what I need to do, which is trading patiently, which is, right? It's trading patiently. It's waiting for a clear setup. When I see my clear setup, executing with proper risk, right? I've been taking a lot of trades where it's like, I'll get in here, which I got in here on this trade too. But like, well, I'll get in here, I'll put my stop loss at the low, and I'll lose this much. But my break even point or my first scale is like not even a 1-to-1 R. Like, I've been taking bad risk reward trades. I've been jumping into trades. When I have been getting into trades, I've been closing partial profits at like 1 Rs when I could hold for 2, 3, or 4 Rs on really good trades. I'm closing for like negative R, and I'm closing a lot of partials, and I'm not letting the trade play out, and I'm going break even early. I'm doing all these things. So the root cause of my gambling tendencies and my over trading is from me just not trading well, me taking bad setups, me forcing setups, me being impatient, me trying to trade every single day, right? Because I want to have a title. I have a great title today for my video. Requesting $1,500 or getting a $1,500 payout, whatever it is, right? It's a good title. Whatever I come up with is going to be a good title. But like, the fact of the matter is I need to go back to what worked for me, which is take good setups because it's a good setup, not because you can make money on it. Step away if you lose once or twice, you're feeling tilted because you need to just step away. You're not making sound decisions. I have to go back to what works. What works for me is trade. I can trade. I can read the market well. I can identify draw liquidity well. I am good at this. The way I've been trading recently doesn't show that. It doesn't showcase my actual ability, and I lost confidence in myself. For a long time, I used to always be nervous pre-market or overnight. I'd be like so nervous. Like, I was nervous today. I was nervous coming to the day. I never go for morning runs. I just do nighttime runs. I never go for morning run. I went for morning run. I was nervous today. I was like, again, think about going to casino and saying, I've spent $400 for these accounts, right? It was not a 50-50 you get a payout when I first got them, but when I was $70 away, that's like, I would say I have an 80% chance that I can at least keep trading until I make that money. Like, I have a very, very high chance. Like, the odds were in my favor. Imagine going to casino with an 80% chance of winning, and you're not having to make a big bet, and you're getting 2, 3, 4, 5 times your money on what you put down, and you can make $1,500. That's going to change your mind about things. This market is crazy. This is just chop fest. I would not be like, and again, this is where I've been getting chopped up recently. It's been like this, man. I would take a trade here, and I'd be like, oh, well, it's probably going to keep going higher. And it's like, this is not a good setup. why don't I just wait? The hot water heater's turned on in this garage. But like this isn't a good trade, and I'd be taking trades like this, right? Where I'd have like a 40-point stop, and I'd be partialing my first partial at 24 points. And it's like, this is not a good trade, but this is a pattern trade. I've been taking too many pattern trades, and everything's a pattern trade. But I've been taking pattern trades in the sense of IFVG for the sake of IFVG. I know I get that comment. People be like, oh, he's finally realizing he takes bad trades. Bro, like, come on, bro. Like we don't got to be like that. Like, we don't got to be saying, oh, this guy finally realized he takes bad trades. Like, not like that, right? It's just, you have to be identifying where things are going wrong, right? And I really do just think these data lows are inbound, but it's just too much to chop. And that's the thing, too. Sometimes you get ahead of yourself. You say, oh, I just think that we're going to go here, right? This would be a nice position, right? Go short. But, again, it's one of those trades that the first scale is not, like, this isn't even a great stop loss. Even if you got in here, it's still barely a 1R, right? And you're entering on the candles coming up, so it just is kind of like, you know, I guess you could have a stop here and be a little bit tighter with it if you get an order block closed right here. But it's just like, you know, we could come up, resweep this high, we're chopping. We've been going up and down. Like, so what tells you now, just because we bounced off this balanced price range on the 15 second and got displacement, doesn't mean we're going to go lower, even though we have data low. So my whole point is that I've just gone away from just trading well for the sake of trading well. And I hope for the sake of it, it goes up here. I hope it goes up, even though it looks like it wants to go lower. I hope it just climbs up. And what I'm going to try and do after these payouts, hopefully they get approved, God willing. Dude, this looks so solid. I might go 1 micro here. But who cares about making $60? I'd rather just not be red. Again, that's the thing. That's the thing with trading. It's like, it was so tempting. It's so tempting to be like, you know what? I could just go light size, even though it doesn't look that great. And I could just go in here because we respect this for value gap. We're displacing lower. I think that we're going to run to this data low. It's like, but that's not a good trade. And look, it just immediately, because look, what are we getting? What are we getting? We're getting chop. Don't trade this. We are in consolidation. Do not trade this 5 minute. Like, I know this. These are like, I've gone away from things that I know. I have personal strong conviction because I know what I'm doing with trading. I am smart at this. I am good at this. And again, no matter what people want to clown or say about me, I'm good at this. I know I'm good at this. I know I can succeed at this. I was, and back to my point of being nervous, I had to go for a run. I haven't been nervous trading all of June, July, and August. June, July, and August, and right at the beginning of September, I was not nervous coming into a trading day. Not at all. The first year that I traded, I was nervous every single day. I would be so scared to push buttons and lose money and make money, and that's why I go break even so early. That's why I take so many partials. That's why I close trades early. That's why, because it's nerves. It's nervousness. You're nervous. That's your problem with trading is you're nervous. You're too nervous. I hadn't been getting nervous when I started becoming profitable, right? I consider myself profitable. I really do. Now, I'm not going to claim and be like, oh, I'm profitable by my core. No, like I think I can consistently make money month after month. This will be my 3rd month. This is my 3rd time requesting payout. Hopefully it gets approved because it's nothing until it gets approved. But let's see, man. Like, let's see what I can actually do because I'm confident in myself. I know how I've been watching these markets. I know how they move. But the nerves came back. I started losing. I started trying to size up quick. I wanted to get this payout. I wanted to get this payout in 2 weeks. I was hoping that I could get a $1,500 payout in 2 weeks on the accounts. Be like, oh my gosh, guys, here's how I made $1,500. 2 weeks of trading these accounts. I'm a baller, guys. Look at me. I'm buying more. Now I have 10 accounts. Now I'm doing $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 per day across my accounts. Look at me, guys. Look at me. Right? Because I wanted to be the look at me guy. I went away from the things that I was comfortable with, which is taking proper trades. I was trying to rush the process. So because trying to rush scaling up, get to these points quicker, just like that same feeling when you want to pass your first funded account, you're nervous. You're $1,000 away, right? You made $2,000 for the first time on your funder. Maybe it's made $2,500. You're like, wow, I'm $500 away. You start getting nervous. The first trade on the funder, you're not nervous. It's just the first trade. Like, I'm so far away from losing or passing the account. Like, I'm not nervous. But you get close. Now you're 2 or 3 trades away or 1 trade away. You start getting nervous. And that's something that's fine. It's normal. It's normal human experience. And I get less nervous. I can pass evals easier now. It took me a year and a half of trading to pass an eval. Now I can pass. I've passed back-to-back 8 alpha futures evals. Obviously risking heavy, but I passed them back to back in 2 days, in 3 days. I passed the zero plan in 1 day. I passed the other one in 2 days. Not saying that as a flex. I'm just saying, and I'm not saying you should rush through evals. I'm just saying every step of the journey you face new challenges. You get nervous about new things, right? A guy that makes millions of dollars a year, he's probably not that nervous about risking a few $100. He's not that nervous. But a guy that makes no money per year is nervous about risking $100. It's just how life is. But you build up your pain tolerance, your threshold, your risk tolerance over time by exposure. Some people are naturally born for this stuff, man. I don't think I was naturally born to risk money. I don't. But I like it. I want to get better. I know I can succeed. But I wasn't naturally born to be good at this. I wasn't. I was not naturally born to risk money. So that's why some people, the guys that you see succeed at trading in 6 months to a year, they were born to be able to risk money. They were born for it, right? Like they have a natural skill, a skill level above you. But that's fine because you don't have to be the most talented, the most skillful person in the world to trade. But these guys that do this, that you see, like how do they get so successful in 6 months in just trading? They have a higher risk tolerance than you. That's all it is. They are better at risking money than you are. I have to expose myself to risking money so many times, to almost passing an account to blowing it, to then finally getting the passing account after a year and a half, to then getting close to a payout and then being on XFA now. That's a whole new game. Then blowing the XFA, the first one that you get because you don't know how to trade and you didn't even take any wins on it. Then the next time you really lock in, you get your first payout. Then you do another payout and it's not as stressful. It's not as scary, right? The first time I was eligible for a payout, I didn't have the balance that I wanted, so I wasn't taking a payout, but I was eligible. I could withdraw money for the first ever time. That next trade felt a lot more pressure. Nothing changed. That's what you have to remember. That's how you get through this, is that nothing is changing with what you're doing. It's just that you're taking new steps. You're seeing more results. So nothing changed from what I just did today. But if God willing my payout gets approved, I just made $1,500. $1,500. I didn't do anything different than I did the last 2-3 weeks, but now I will get a real result. And that's a hard thing with trades, that you genuinely get rewarded or you get money for doing something. You get money. So you can't sit in this fantasy world and say, oh, you're not doing anything different. No, I just did something different. I just made $1,500. That is different. But the objective action, what you're doing, pushing buttons, looking for trades, executing risk, managing risk, you didn't do anything differently than what you normally do. That's all it is. That's all it means. And being able to manage that, build your risk tolerance, understand yourself. You might not be as quick as other people. I'm not going to be as quick as getting my risk tolerance up, being able to risk a few thousand per trade, be able to size heavy on the evals or on the express accounts, try and hit big payouts. I could keep trading this. I don't have to take a payout right now. I could keep trading and try and get a $1,500 payout across each account. But I'm not going to do that because I don't have the risk tolerance to know I can make $1,500 by requesting. I don't have the risk tolerance yet, the skill set yet available to me to be able to make sound decisions knowing that my next trade, if I show up tomorrow and I place a trade, if that thing goes down $300 on me or $200, I don't have the ability to come back from that adversity yet. We are training this skill. We are training this skill to come back from adversity in trading. That's the hard part. That's why it takes long. So you might be wondering, why do I feel like I'm trading worse now? You're not trading worse. You're learning every single day. You're getting better at trading every single day. The reason you feel like you're trading worse is because you are now doing something that is foreign to you. You're doing more risk. You're experiencing more risk, right? So you're not becoming a worse trader. You're not. You're not becoming a worse trader. You're just experiencing something you've never experienced before, and that takes a learning curve. There's a learning curve in everything in life, just like trading. Some people are better than others. Don't worry about it. That's why you don't compare yourself. It's not about don't compare yourself because of whatever. That's unrealistic. No, it's not unrealistic. It's, hey, you don't have the same capacity as this person. I don't know what else to do. I cannot chalk it up to anything else than I don't have the ability to risk money the same way this person does. That's fine though, because guess what? I keep showing up, I keep improving, I get better each day, and someday I will be doing the same thing they're doing, but then they'll be at a different level. You're not playing against anyone else. It's you versus you. When people say it's you versus you in the market, this is what they're talking about. They're not talking about, like, they're not saying it just to say it. They're not saying it as like a buzzword or just, because it sounds good. No, it is you versus you. What is your risk tolerance to trading? What is your risk tolerance to losing money? How do you react to certain situations? You might react really, really badly. It doesn't mean all hope is lost. It just means you're gonna have to work 10 times harder, right? Just like somebody that trying to go to the NFL that's like not naturally gifted, right? Tom Brady had to work a lot harder, right, to make an NFL career. Obviously, became one of the best player of all time. But he had to work a lot harder to be noticed and be that guy because he had to be a lot more skilled, a lot more knowledgeable than, say, your skill position that just ridiculously athletic, just shred to the gills, out of this world athleticism, natural talent. He didn't he literally just showed up on the field, high school football, and his coach saw him running through everybody, strong in the weight room, always stronger than everybody else. That's genetics. That's natural ability. Doesn't mean that you can't get to the NFL if you don't have that ability, but you're going to have to work so much harder. You're going to have to find strengths for yourself. You're going to have to figure out ways for you to succeed. Some people are going to naturally be better than you in anything in life, trading, not trading, and you don't need to worry about that. That's why it's you versus you. Don't worry about other people's success. It's not because, if they did in 6 months, maybe you can't. Maybe you can. Maybe you can't do it in 6 months. I couldn't. I could not do it in 6 months. I will never be able to say I became profitable in 6 months of trading. That's something I'll never be able to say. I'll never be able to say I even got profitable in 1 year of trading. I won't be able to say I got profitable in 2 years of trading, right? That's something I will never be able to say. But guess what? Someday I'll be able to say I am a profitable trader. Someday I'll be able to say I got profitable in 3 years, 4 years. And some people take 6, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, right? Whatever goal you have, just because you can't say I'm a millionaire at 20 years old doesn't mean you won't be a millionaire at 30. And I don't know about you, but being a millionaire sounds great no matter how old you are, right? Being 30 and being 20, 10 years, whatever. But if you have $50 million, I guarantee you, if you told somebody, hey, you're going to be broke until you're 30 years old, but at 30 years old, you're going to have $100 million, right? Or they told that same person, hey, you're going to have $10 million at 20 years old, figure it out, right? I guarantee you that person for me, I'd rather be broke till 30 years old and have 100 million than be rich at 20, right? And only have 10 million. So it's perspective. It's understanding that where you're at right now is not where you're going to finish your life. Being where you're at now in your trading journey is not where your journey ends. It doesn't matter if you're on profit for 2 years, because 2 years later, you could be making $100,000 a month. So guess what? Good thing you stuck with it. Because worrying about other people, their success, how easily they succeed, how much better they are than you at anything. Trading is what I'm talking about, but anything. That's not going to put money in your pocket. It's not going to make you better, right? It might motivate you, but at the end of the day, it's you. It's you versus you. You got to learn. You got to figure out how to do this for yourself. That's how you put money in your own pocket. That's how you feed your family. That's how you succeed. You figuring it out. Doesn't matter about anyone else. You can use as motivation as you want, but the motivation comes from yourself. It doesn't come from other people's cars, watches, videos, seeing somebody else succeed. That's not motivation. It shows you what's possible. But motivation comes from yourself. You don't get motivated. Like, I promise you, you're not motivated by the things you think you're motivated by, right? I used to think I just wanted money, and then I got a job that was making $2,000 or $3,000 a week. I hated that job. It was not sustainable. I was knocking doors, selling solar, for 10 hours a day, 12 hours a day, walking over 12 miles a day. I was making bread. I made $1,000 some days. But I realized I'm not motivated by money the way I thought I was. I want to be passionate about something. I want to enjoy what I'm doing. I want to succeed at what I'm doing. That's what gave me motivation in life. That's what you're chasing. You have a passion. Nobody succeeded at trading without a passion for trading. We do this to make money. If I couldn't make money from this, I would never look at a chart again. But I have a deep passion for this, for posting videos, for making content, for showing my journey, for improving each day, because it's not about making money. It's about what I have to do to become successful at trading. The man I have to become successful at trading is something that I love. I love that constant grind. Get up, be better, improve, fail, get up, pick myself up, be a hero for yourself. That's what trading is. It's being a hero for yourself. You have to be passionate about this. Don't worry about other people's success. Don't worry about other people's speed of getting there. Focus on yourself. You will succeed. I love you guys. I hope this gets approved. Obviously, I'll make an update. You guys will know if it gets approved or not. Fit Twitter, maybe YouTube, whatever. Code Diego on Apex, right? They're a good firm. If I don't get approved for the payout, it's all me. It's my fault. It's my fault. And I just have to trade another 8 days, so it doesn't really matter. My Funded Futures, Take Profit Trader, Alpha Futures, Code Diego. Run that up, because if I don't get approved for this, I'll be kind of depressed, and my money will be drying up a little bit. So this would be a nice check. But anyways, Code Diego on those firms, man. If you want to support your boy, I really appreciate it. It really helps me out. And looks like we're going to finally run these data lows. I probably won't be trading this price action. It looks pretty choppy, but again, I'll update on Twitter if I do take a trade. I love and appreciate every single one of you guys. Again, this is another nice step in the journey, but we just talked about it, man. We talked about all we need to talk about. We need to do better. We need to do better. I'm talking about me. When I say we, I mean me. I got to do better with follow my rules, taking better trades, get back to what was working, right? Let's be happy with this payout. If it does, God willing, get approved, fingers crossed. If not, whatever, we got to get back to what was working, right? Obviously, if this gets approved, it'll be a massive weight off my shoulders, a relief, a success feeling. But it's not guaranteed that, it changes everything, right? So, and if it doesn't get approved, I'm going to be pretty upset, but I can't let it bother me. So I got to get back to what was working, do what I need to do because it's what I need to do, and I think we'll see good things. I really do. So we can improve. This is a launch point. This is a nice pinnacle. This is a nice new step up in the career. Biggest payout potentially. Again, I keep saying potentially. I don't know yet. But I'm really stoked, man. I'm really excited for this. Happy to get to share it with you guys. I really do appreciate all you guys. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't. I'm trying to get to 6K. I'm trying to get to 10K by the end of the year, which won't happen, unfortunately. But maybe it does, right? You never know. Yeah, 10K is a big goal of mine. And, yeah, going to keep pumping out the content, keep doing my thing. And you guys keep getting to watch. So I really am happy that I get to try and inspire or show that's possible. Because each day we're getting closer and closer to being that guy, right? We'll be there someday. We just got to focus on ourselves, me versus me. I love and appreciate each and every one of you guys that watch the videos each and every day. It really does mean a lot. Let me know how you guys did this week. I won't be trading these Apex accounts for a while until the payout clears or doesn't. And I probably will just take a little break from the Apex accounts. And just go back to maybe one account. So we'll see. The numbers aren't going to be as sexy on the titles, but yeah. So Code Diego on Apex, My Fun Futures, Take Profit Trade, Alpha Futures. Like, subscribe, do all the fun things on social media, and I will see you guys in the next one, man. I'm really proud of myself regardless of what's happening because I'm proud that I keep showing up and keep trying to get better. That's what it's going to take. So if you take anything away from it, it's just keep showing up, try and be 1% better each day, and you'll succeed. Love you guys. Peace out.